Raider Nation, what's going on? It's your boy Chris from Protect the Show podcast, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they'll always be authentic. Hey, thank you guys for joining me. We got a lot to talk about. The Raiders are officially eliminated from the playoffs. It was a tough loss today, a 23-20 loss to Indianapolis Colts, a game that was very winnable, a game that I felt that, we just didn't do enough. I don't think we were aggressive enough. I didn't feel like we were hungry enough. We had multiple chances to get back in this game and even take over the game. We just did not do it. But overall, when I take a look at it, first drive, the Colts go down there and score. We come back later and end up getting 3 points. I don't think it was the first drive, but I think the second drive we end up getting some points. But after that first drive, I felt like the defense kind of settled down a little bit. They started getting some 3 and outs, giving our offense a chance to, put some points on the board. I feel like our offense was just very, very, very conservative, as usual. There was some good and bad, of course. But, there was 2 instances on 3rd and 1. Instead of just running the ball, because we were running it pretty well all game, we want to be cute. We want to, try to overthink it and outsmart someone. But 3rd and 1, we try a daggone trick play. It didn't work. And then, another time on 3rd and 1, we do another pass. My thing is just keep it simple. Keep it simple. If you're going to go for it anyway on 4th down, then just run the daggone ball anyway. Make them stop you twice. If they stop you twice, they deserve the stop. They deserve to get the ball. But, to try to outsmart someone, I'm sorry, we're not good enough to be trying to outsmart anyone. We need to play old-fashioned bully ball, basic football. We can't get all cute. That's not who we are. That's not who we've ever been. But just some bad decisions there by the coach. And again, I am a big fan of Antonio Pierce. Well documented. And then Bo Hardigree, our coordinator, I wanted to give him a chance, and I have been giving him a chance, but he is a rookie offensive coordinator. He was not expecting even to be in this position, but he is. But at the end of the day, he has to call a better game. He has to. And then if he can't do it, that's AP needs to figure out who else on the staff can help him, who else on the staff can help have a better game plan, because this wasn't it. We tried to, throw the ball a lot. I don't think we were as balanced as I would have liked to see us be. And again, those 3rd and 1s really bother me because, that really took away a lot of momentum that we could have had. Especially on the 3rd and 1 where we did the pass. It was incomplete. So 4th down, we knew we were going to go for it. We came out there and we get a daggone false start. Now it's 4th and 6. Now we got to punt the ball. Little stuff like that. But I'm also a person that does not, I don't like to always blame coaches. People that know me know that. I will never always finger point. Well, I don't just finger point everything on one person anyway. However, I'm all about player execution. AP and Bo, they could have called whatever they called. But what they didn't do is they didn't call a play for the receivers to drop the ball. That wasn't part of the game plan. Or they didn't call a play for the right tackle to false start. I mean, we've been clean all year pretty much. I think we were the least penalized team all season. And then for them to come out here when this was a do-or-die game. This was a playoff game. And come out here and just have all these mental lapses. You can talk about maybe they weren't prepared or maybe they weren't focused. You can try to blame that on a coach. But this is the NFL. These players have to be mentally strong and mentally ready. This is not their first rodeo. I mean, these guys have to be mentally strong. I mean, from, pee-wee football, you learn how to not move until you're supposed to, until the ball snapped. I mean, it's like, come on. And I will say, I don't like to always blame refs, but, that pass interference call was ridiculous. I mean, that call was not, the ball was not catchable. They know that. So there's a lot of things, but, holistically, I will say that, I'm not going to just point it on one or two people or whatever. The team just needed to play better. I don't feel like we had the right intensity. It didn't feel like they were playing like they were hungry. In the Colts, they played better. They won the game. They definitely did. Now, looking into the future, what do we do? What do we do at this point? There's a lot of talk about, who's going to be the coach next year. What do we do from a quarterback standpoint? So from a quarterback standpoint, to me, it's clear. Aiden can be a good backup quarterback, come in if someone gets injured. I don't think he's a starting quarterback in this league. The guy just can't move. He can't move. The offensive line actually did pretty well today for the most part. I mean, he had time, but he just can't move. I was even watching a play with Brock Purdy today. I mean, Brock Purdy was doing enough to be able to kind of just maneuver in and out the pocket, roll if he has to, throw on the run. Again, when I say someone with mobility, I'm not asking for a Michael Vick. I'm not asking for a Lamar, but I just need somebody that can at least evade defenders and, be able to have another, second or two to let a receiver get open. To be honest, less than an hour ago, I'm watching the Denver game. I saw Jarrett Stidham do that. Literally evaded a defender, threw a pass, it ended up being a touchdown. So like just little stuff like that. And I'm not blaming ALC. I mean, that's just not his skill set. He has more of the Tom Brady skill set. But even when you look at Tom Brady was still elusive enough where he can move in and out of the pocket, at least laterally, and, be able to still make the play. Aiden might get it down the line, but I just don't think Aiden has the arm talent that you need if you're just going to be a quarterback of that, that's slow. I'm sorry. So me personally, we have to figure out what our quarterback situation is going to be. But most importantly, we got to figure out what our coaching is going to be. A lot of people upset at AP. Me personally, I still want to move forward with AP. I still have all the faith in him. I think give him, some time to actually regroup a little bit, kind of deep dive in how this season went, be able to get with his mentors, the Tom Coughlin's, the Herm Edwards, the Marvin Lewis's, people that he really trusts, and kind of figure out, where you can develop at as a coach. One thing about AP, that he's going to take it seriously. He's been in the NFL, played at a high level. He understands that, you have to understand. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, and you don't know it until you go through it. So the fact that I think he's going to deep dive, I think he'll be able to, develop there. But there's certain things that he has, certain attributes and intangibles that he has that you just, you either have it or you don't, and he has it. So I think the other stuff can be developed. So I do want to keep AP in place. I know a lot of people are still talking about Harbaugh and some other, names that we keep hearing about. I did hear Mark Davis had a long meeting with AP today. So we may get the news before I even drop this video that Mark Davis has already made his mind either way. So we'll see. But, this was it was a disappointing day because I really felt that this team was good enough to be able to sneak into the playoffs and kind of play with some inspired, motivated football and maybe win a game or two in the playoffs. Who knows? Maybe I was, reaching for the stars or whatever. But I don't know. It's just tough. So I kind of want to know what you guys think. Where do we go as an organization from this point? I've been hearing everything. I've been hearing people want Gruden back. Been hearing, like I said, the Harbaugh, one of the, they want to promote, one of the other coordinators on other teams and things like that. So please leave in the comments. Let me know what you guys think that our next move should be. We have a lot of evaluating to do in this last game. I think, a lot of players are going to be, playing for a roster spot. They're also going to be trying to put some good film together for their next job or their next team they go to. So, hopefully the team continues to play. I'm not one of them people that want to just lose on purpose. I probably wouldn't play, the star. I probably wouldn't play Devontae. I'd put a lot of Trey Tucker would get a lot of snaps out there. Some of the other younger guys would get out there. I probably wouldn't put Josh Jacobs back out there. I would want to evaluate Zeus some more. Some of those young linemen, bring up what's his name from the practice squad. What's his name? Dalton. The big 6'8" or 6'9" beast that we got at tackle. Let's see what he got. So let's really continue to do some evaluating to see what we really have. We never know. But at the end of the day, it's definitely disappointing. But again, leave in the comments. Tell me what you guys think. Tell me, what's our next move? What's the right move? And we'll go from there. But again, I always appreciate you guys stopping through and talking with me. But again, Protect the Shield podcast. Players and coaches come and go, but we must always protect the shield. You guys be safe, man.